Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm going to start off by saying, as you can see, I have new hair in. This is the Peruvian curly, and I've actually had this hair for 2 years. I've only actually worn it twice and I just resurrected it. This, I don't know if you guys can see this, a bit of highlights. I added that about 2 years ago and I didn't really like the colour because it was too bright, but it's subtled up as time has gone on. And I think it's about 14 inches, I believe. I used 4 bundles. And I got my hair done by Leema. I'm going to put her information in the description box below. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my own experiences as somebody who's owned a business. I'm going to be answering some questions which I have personally put together. And my main goal is to hope that this video inspires somebody aspiring to own their own business and just sharing my own experiences from this whole journey of gorgeous hair. I started selling hair when I was 16. What got me interested in hair was, it all really started when I was about 13. That was when I really started finding out about YouTube, getting into it. And then from there, like, I started to see like the things you could get, such as maintaining your hair, how to style your hair. There was just literally endless possibilities. And then when I got to 16, so imagine from 13 to 16, that's like religiously researching, finding out things, ways to do things, testing out my hair. I went through so much trial and error. So in those 3 years, I accumulated so much information about hair that by 16, I felt as though I was ready to then start my own business. And owning a business is something I've always wanted to do all my life. Like, anybody that knows me knows, like, I just personally do not take any joy or find any joy in working for somebody else. It's just not anything that's ever really floated my boat. So when I was 16, I remember it was about like December time, I spoke to my dad and I told him. My dad was the first one I told. And I literally just want to say, like, I'm so grateful for supportive parents, because if it wasn't for my parents, I would not be where I am. And because of the amount of support they've given me, when I have children, I will never ever shut down their dream. Financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, I've gotten so much support from my parents I can't even comprehend. Especially at that time when I was 16, you can imagine what people were interested in when they were 16. And also I was much more focused on owning a business. So it was somewhat a blessing that I could speak to my parents about it, because I couldn't talk to my friends about it, because at that time they were not even thinking about owning a business. It was so far from their mind, like nobody was thinking about that. So I just want to thank God for my parents. But mainly flashbacking past 13, hair's always something I've been interested in right from Barbie dolls. I just like styling hair. I used to do all sorts of rubbish, but it really started from when I was young. So per se, I wouldn't say there was a certain time when I started becoming more and more interested in hair. I think it's just a thing that has literally been there all my life. So yeah. So some of the challenges that I faced from owning my own business are mainly personal. So just to start off, to explain what I'm trying to say, because of the personal struggles that I had, it affected my own business and how I responded to people. So the main thing that I struggled with was my confidence, because at that time my plans were bigger than those around me, and because I was young at the time, I felt uncomfortable telling people, mainly older people, about what I was doing, because I felt like they wouldn't take me seriously, just basically because I was a child. And so I felt as though that they wouldn't believe in my dream, they'll try to knock me down, and so on and so forth. And the second one is because of a stigma that has been attached to me. So anybody that knows me knows that when people meet me the first time, people normally think I'm rude. Like, I have an angry face. It's not because I want to have an angry face, I just naturally have an angry face, and I'm thinking I have an angry face. So all my life, at first sight, whenever anybody's met me, it's like people don't want to talk to me because I look rude. And I've known this. So when you know that people don't really want to speak to you, it's like you kind of put a wall on people. Like, you don't want to give them a chance either, because you already know that they judge you before they've even read you. So those are the two reasons, just summing up my confidence, but those are the two reasons under the umbrella of confidence as to some of the challenges that I faced. But then as I got older, I realized that what somebody else thinks about what you're doing is none of your business. As long as you believe in yourself and you're literally your own biggest supporter, that's all that matters. Because let's face it, when people make it, that's when people that did not believe in you want to start believing in you. So if you're somebody like me that was going through that when I was 16, don't worry, honey. As long as you support what you're doing, you believe in what you're doing, that's okay. Because you need to remember that at the end of the day, you came into this world by yourself and you're going to leave by yourself. So what anybody else thinks about you is none of your business. And secondly, in relation to what I was saying about the war and the stigma that people have placed on me, I've had to learn over time, mainly recently, I kind of came to this realization while talking to my friends. But I came to the realization that in order to break that, I need to come off a level of humility. So I know that people will automatically judge me based on how I look. So in order to break that, I have to come out of my own shell and talk to them regardless, because when I do open my mouth, people then do realize I'm not what they think I am. So I need to be able to gain that confidence to be able to accept people and speak to people regardless of if they don't want to speak to me, because when I do speak, they then realize I'm not what they thought I was. And so because of those two main challenges that I faced, I found it hard to gain a strong clientele. So imagine I had the website, I had the business cards, I had the packaging, but I just didn't have a strong clientele. What do you mainly need to make your business flourish? You need people. So in order for me to gain that strong clientele, I need to break those two things, and I'm still working on them. I'm getting better, but those are the personal challenges that I faced from selling hair at such a young age. Some of the experiences that I went through and I had to learn from while selling hair, I haven't really spoken about this to anybody, so this is kind of really the first time I've put this out there. So just to say, for people that know me, they know I'm a perfectionist. It's like I cannot do any wrong. So when I've done wrong, I beat myself up about it too much. And I made a few silly mistakes from selling hair, and it's only recently taken me time to get over it. But I'm gonna tell you. So some of the mistakes that I faced and experiences that I went through when I was selling hair was that I got my hair robbed by two ladies. I'm gonna quickly just brief you on how it happened. So basically, these two ladies contacted me. One of them contacted me actually, but it was for her second friend, and they said they want to meet up to see the hair. At this time, everything was being done on my website, but obviously I was young. I was like, oh my gosh, customers. So then I jumped to the opportunity, but because I was young, my dad was like, okay, he told my brother to go with me. So we met them in central London, and then they came, and I let them see the hair, but they came up with the excuse that their mum or someone was in a different place. And so we were like, okay, fine, let's hop the bus and go with them. So they were holding the hair because obviously I felt like I trusted them. And then I turned for a second while I was on the bus, and when I looked back, they were gone. So these two girls had 3 bundles each, and when I looked back, my 6 bundles were gone alongside the 2 ladies. So that's how I got robbed. It wasn't like a physical thing, but that was a mistake I made. Don't meet people, or if you are to meet them, get them to pay beforehand, and don't be so naive and give people stuff. Like, at the end of the day, people may look great, they may look like they're nice, but not everybody has a genuine heart like you. And another thing was, I got scammed. So I got scammed over £1,500, and it hurts. I'm still getting over it. What happened was a company emailed me and said that they wanted to buy out the hair that I had on hand on me. They asked me what I had, and I told them. They said they wanted everything. So I was like, oh, okay. And then we were talking, told them the prices, everything was great, fine. And then they told me to send them the hair and they'll send me the payment. I don't know what I don't know what went through my mind, but I agreed to sending them the hair. So I paid for the DHL and I sent them all the hair that I had at that moment in time. Sent them the tracking, everything. Found out when it was received. I could track when it was received, and I was like, okay, it's been paid. I haven't got the money yet. These people never got back to me. I emailed them, never got back to me. Called the number, no one picked up. And then when I googled them, there was a whole page of scammers. It was basically a scam that they've been doing for a load of businesses, and I unfortunately was one of the people that fell into their trap. And if my dad sees this, Daddy, I'm sorry. I have never actually been able to tell my dad this, and it's gonna come as a shock to quite a few people that watch this, because Ado doesn't make mistakes, and Ado made such a big mistake. I was so naive, and because I'm so nice to people, I fell into that trap of trusting people that I didn't even know. So I think especially when you're owning your own business, there's a fine line between business and pleasure. You can have a level of humility for people, but don't let it get to the point where you take their own problems and put their weight on your own shoulders, because at the end of the day, you don't know them. So those were some mistakes that I made. And if there's anybody that wants to own their own business, any young person, anything, if you want to talk to me, if you want to email me, I'm going to leave all my information in the description box below. Because at the end of the day, I'm only sharing this because I don't want somebody else to go through the same thing that I went through. So yeah. I'm 19 and I started when I was 16, so there's been a 3-year gap. Why am I really at the same position? I wouldn't per se say I'm at the same place. I would say that I had to go through the experiences that I went through in order to grow and see things from a different set of eyes, so then I can approach my business the right way. So I had to go through the problems that I went through in order to learn and come back at it in a new way and in a better way. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I haven't grown or I'm at the same place. I might be at the same place business wise, but personally I'm at a new place, so I can approach my business in a new way. What does gorgeous hair mean to me? Gorgeous hair is my baby. That is literally my baby. I have so much, I believe so much in it, and even if it might look like I'm at the surface to other people, I see so far ahead for this that I'm not phased. It doesn't faze me at all. But gorgeous hair is I want gorgeous hair to be a movement. It is a movement. I want it to be like, as you can see on my head, like from my previous video and this one, I like my hair looking natural. And dating back, the only reason why I started to get into hair extensions was just because it looks natural. That's my own niche. I like a perfect blend. I want a perfect blend. I'm not really an exaggerated hairstyle kind of girl. I'm more of a neutral, simplistic kind of girl. I'm the kind of girl where I want people to look at my hair and feel like, oh my gosh, is that your hair kind of thing? Exactly what I said in my last video. And that's what I want other women to get. Like, I want them to have that confidence that people don't need to be like, oh, that's a weave. I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to feel like it's natural. I just want it to add an extra oomph to people. So I just want gorgeous hair to be a thing where people can feel comfortable. They can feel like it's natural. They can feel like they're not really taking too much from themselves. They're just enhancing what they have. So to sum it up, I just want gorgeous hair to be something that makes women feel comfortable, a little more comfortable in themselves, without really taking away what they have or dramatically changing it. So yeah. But thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope that this video inspired somebody. And like I said, if anybody wants to talk, or anybody that's just thinking about starting their own business or has started, contact me, message me, let me know. I'm such a friendly person. You don't need to have known me from a year ago. I will talk to you as if you were my sister, my brother, anything. I don't want people to go through the same mistakes that I went through. if anything, I want you to have an easy ride. So just let me know, contact me, tell me your own experiences. I would love to know. But I really hope that this video inspired at least one person. And if you're someone that makes mistakes, it's okay. We all make mistakes. Don't beat yourself up. It's a natural process of life. Mistakes are literally a stepping stones to success. If you don't take risks, you will never grow. So it's alright. But all in all, thank you so much guys for watching my video. I really appreciate it. And till the next one, bye.